What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Dan here. I'd like to welcome you guys to the game update for August 2017. Now it's about time. July, June was kind of lackluster. There was like one or two games here or there, especially in July, but we made up for it with, a couple of games, some old games obviously that we're still continuing as well, but it's good to actually have some newer titles that we can dive into alongside those ones. So we're going to kick things off with the brand new stuff first, and then I'm going to go ahead and discuss some of the things I already have on the go, because there have been people who have been asking about certain things, and I just want to touch base, and I hope those people who've been asking actually watch these videos, because that's why I make them. So anyway, first thing you guys are going to see, we've got Batman: The Enemy Within Episode 1, so that's the next season for Telltale's Batman. Episode's called The Enigma. Now, the full episode itself comes out on August 8th, so a week from today. However, there's a special kind of embargo that they did, that Telltale wanted to do this time to see how it goes, where there's going to be a preview. So there's going to be a Let's Play preview, essentially. So a few hours after this video goes live, hell, by the time you guys check YouTube, it could be live already, we're going to have my preview of the first episode of Season 2. So it's going to be, I think it covers about half of the episode. I'm not even 100% sure. I think it all depends on how long the episode is and how much time you take on each section. But from what I understand, it's anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour in length. So just a few hours later after this goes live, this video you're watching now, you're going to go ahead and see the preview for that episode. So with that being done, that should be, like I said, I think about 3 hours after this goes live, or this has been live. So just check when this is uploaded. You can kind of guess it there. And as for the full episode, it's going to be, from what I understand, I want to say, pretty sure it was midnight Pacific time. I could be wrong. I'll have to double check, but I'll get back to you on that. But it will be the either Tuesday, early Tuesday morning, obviously depending where you are in the world. If you're on the West Coast, it'll be right at midnight from what I understand. It might even be 11 p.m. I'll double check and get back to you guys, but that's kind of when you can expect those. Coming up next, actually, I kind of skipped over it because of the 1st and the 8th. The 1st kind of thrown me off, but this is something I'm not sure I want to do. I checked it out briefly at E3 this year. I'm not sure. That's why I put a little question mark on it to see if you guys were interested. It's called Tacoma. Okay, it's essentially developed by the same guys who did Gone Home, which is mainly a shorter game. It's a narrative though, so it's like not crazy action. The idea is to kind of find out what happened on this ship using holograms and things like that, and records and all that. So that comes out on the 2nd, so that's the Wednesday here. If you guys want to see that, please let me know on that one. I might actually make a tweet or something on it just to kind of help me with that as well, just because we can kind of get it ready. I can prepare for it. Otherwise, I can just focus on other things on that time. But yeah, if you guys want to see Tacoma, it probably wouldn't be all that long from what I understand, an adventure like that. Well, I never played Gone Home, but from what I understand, Gone Home only took about 2 hours maybe. 3 hours if you're really slow, but most people finish it like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So just to give you an idea when that happens. But from what I understand, this Tacoma was supposed to come out way earlier, but it got criticized by the people who previewed it as being too similar to Gone Home. So I guess they took it back to the drawing board and kind of added on to it. They kept the initial game, but they changed a bunch of things to try and make it more unique. So, impossible. I mean, I briefly, the demo we played was very, very brief. It wasn't anything to really mention all that much, but maybe it's something you guys want to see. Something kind of slower paced, kind of narrative. I'm all about narratives, but that might be too narrative based. But we'll see. You guys let me know in the comments. Okay, now coming out on the 15th, we have a couple that I know at least I'm thinking I want to do one, but I want to make sure with you guys as well. First game we got is Observer. Now, this was a game I actually previewed. The devs got in touch with me and they sent me a preview copy, and they wanted me to play, I think it was the first 30 minutes or so of the game, and they wanted me to check it out, show it to you guys, see what you thought. There is a Let's Play of that preview on my channel, so just go ahead and check it out if you'd like. It's a psychological horror game. Essentially, the premise is, what if your nightmares have been hacked? There's been someone's hacked into you're set up in this machine, and your brain has been hacked by this guy or this thing. I don't know. It's very elusive at the moment, and essentially using your nightmares against you. What if that's the premise in a nutshell? So I don't know. It could be something worth doing as well. It probably wouldn't be that long as well. It could be another shorter game. But I did do the preview, so I recommend you go check that thing out if you're not sure what it's like. And if you want me to do it, I will do it. I guarantee you it won't be crazy long. But you never really know, you know what I mean? So we'll have to see. I'll have to get in touch with the devs as well and make sure that I still have that full copy, because it might be the same copy. It might just be restricted and you have to unlock it. I'm not sure. But either way, let me know what you think of Observer if you want me to cover that one. Like I said, though, all the games pretty much coming out. Actually, there's only one game really that I'm guaranteed to do this month that's new, that's actually considered a full game. The rest are kind of short. Like, I could do it in an afternoon kind of a thing. So, or they're a DLC or an episode or something like that. So just kind of puts it in perspective just to give you how much time we actually have to work on games this month, okay? So Observer, let me know what you think of that one. Up next, this is not something I'm not sure if I want to do it. I would normally do it in my spare time, if that makes sense. That's a crazy thing, just because I grew up playing it. But I didn't even hear about this. I'm actually baffled that I didn't. But also on the 15th, we have Sonic Mania. And basically what it is, it's not like one of those new 3D Sonic games that you're thinking of, because those were all garbage. Like the last 6 Sonic games were complete trash, and I don't know why, but the ones that were available, like I think the last great Sonic game, correct me if I'm wrong, but the last one I played, and this is going back, guys. The last good one that actually did the 3D right was, oh god, Sonic, what was it called? Sonic Dream? No, not Dream. I can't recall, but it was basically the one that released as a launch title for the Sega Dreamcast. That's how old it was. And I remember playing that game. Sega Dreamcast, I felt like was a very underrated console, but it didn't have a very long life cycle at all. I can't remember, maybe a year it was, 2 years, I'm not sure. It's been so long, but that was the last great Sonic game that I actually played, and that was a 3D game. But this one, Sonic Mania, is an all-new story. Don't mix that up. But it's stylized like the retro 90s game. So it's 2D, side-scrolling, exact same graphical design, but it's a brand new story. So, I don't know. You guys are gonna have to let me know. That sounds pretty awesome to me. I think I might want to do that. But I know that there's newer generations, and the newer generations don't necessarily like old school games as much, but Sonic's a classic, and considering this is a brand new story, brand new narrative, I think it might be a good idea to check it out. So you'll have to let me know what you think of Sonic Mania. Okay, coming out, we're still going here. There's still a lot more to go here. Coming out on the 22nd this month, this is the one full release game that I like to say, and it's probably not even going to be as long as its predecessors, just because I feel like it's a 0.5 version of it, if that makes sense. We have Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. Now, we take control of Chloe. She was, well, Nathan Drake's love interest in Uncharted 2. Yes. So she was along with us the ride in Uncharted 2. She made a couple cameos, but she is the one we're playing as. And forgive me, I can't remember who we're rolling alongside. She was in the latest game, Uncharted 4, but she's working with us along the way. So I think this story is going to be much shorter than the average Uncharted game, but I still think it's going to be really awesome. I love Uncharted games. They have some amazing gameplay, amazing visuals. Everything is just really, really good. The stories are always really, really good. So I think it's going to be a great time with that. That's definitely going to be what I'm doing. Like I said, that's going to be on the 22nd. I'm going to do more digging into that, find out a little bit more about what we're going to expect. But I did watch a theater presentation while I was at E3. There was no hands-on demo or anything, but it does look like the Uncharted gameplay we know and love. So I think that's going to be a really good one that you guys are going to enjoy. All right, moving on. Coming up, also on the 22nd, however, most likely you'll see this episode. Actually, I guarantee you will see this episode before the 22nd. We have Guardians of the Galaxy Episode 3, More Than a Feeling. I've noticed they've been releasing these Guardians episodes every 2 months instead of monthly, because they've added so many projects to the list. They have so many on the go, so they're trying to pace themselves with what they can, which is fair. But yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy Episode 3, More Than the Feeling, that's going to be on the 22nd. Most likely the evening of the 21st. Most likely, that's usually how they do it. So I'll have to let you know on that one. But lots of, well, we got Batman at the beginning of the month. Lots of Telltale this month, from what I can see. So we're going to have that to look forward to. I have been enjoying the Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale episodes. I don't know if it's up everybody's alley per se, but I just love it. It's such a good experience for me. Really good time there. So that'll come out on the 22nd or the 21st, depending what's going on here. All right. And finally, the last full title. Yes, I know. I looked at everything else, guys. There's a lot of things I did super research today. I not only looked at my list, but I looked at like 3 or 4 different sources just to make sure that I got everything that I want to do. I'm not doing Madden. I don't like American football. I'm just going to put that out there. I'm not a fan of it. So I know people are going to ask, why aren't you doing Madden? Because I don't want to do Madden. Bottom line, enough said. That's it. So we're going to move on here as well. So the last day of the month, the 31st. Now, this is something I'm truly looking forward to, because it's been, God, 2 years, I think, since we last touched this game, but we have Life is Strange Before the Storm Episode 1 Awake. Now, from what I've seen, from what I understand, this is a prequel to the events of the regular Life is Strange. Obviously, because before the storm, because once the storm happened, shit hit the fan. As you know, is the best. That's the best way you could put it. So this is it's not a full series, I wouldn't say. Like the original Life is Strange was a 5-episode adventure. This one is 3 episodes. So I'm gonna get in touch with Square Enix. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be able to get me an earlier code for this one as well, because they did for the last few episodes. So we should be getting back into that, and I'm actually really looking forward to it. The only downside about this game that I could see is that since it's a prequel, we're gonna have way more teenage drama than I would have liked. That was the one thing about Life is Strange that drove me nuts, but I guess that's part of the adventure. It's not like, oh, I hate the game. It's just the characters are annoying, but that's the sign of a good game, you know what I mean? They really make you feel for either love or hate of the characters. So that was more of a joking thing. It was more of a fun kind of aspect of the original Life is Strange, and then things got serious towards like episode 3, and then you're like, okay, now hold on, you know what I mean? So that should be different, but there's going to be things with, there's going to be more backstory with some of the other characters that, you know, that we never got a chance to see, that we more so heard about. But yeah, I think it's going to, like, more backstory of what happened to them kind of thing, and more, that way we can kind of understand them better, because we were just kind of told things from stories, from news articles, things like that. So I think it's going to be a really good idea, and I'm really excited. A lot of people were asking me if I was going to play this one, and I definitely will. I really do enjoy episodic games like this kind of thing. Excellent time. I think we're going to have a go on with that. So with that being said, though, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for the new stuff. Like I said, I did do a very, very thorough look of what's coming out. And those are what caught my eye. Those are what I planned on. However, I want everyone to know right now, I know a lot of people are going to, like, they do this every time. People freak out. But whatever game I'm working on now, it's still going to happen, okay? If a new game comes out, you might not see gameplay of that old game, of the game I've been kind of playing in between, on a new release day. You know what I mean? So you might, but like, it's funny. It's like whenever I go like a 1 day without a Fallout video, or there's only, I only managed to post 1 Fallout video in a day, people lose their marbles and start cursing me out and freaking out. And I don't understand why, because sometimes things pile up at home that I have to work on, like other things, and or just daily life things that I have to do. And I can't always be sitting there just recording gameplay, and especially with a game like Fallout 3, because since it's an RPG and it's a lot more bulky, I find that RPGs need to have a longer video, anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour. I try not to do an hour and a half, but one of my last videos was an hour and a half just because of how things worked. I couldn't find a spot to split it properly, so that's how that went. So when you look at it that way, like on one day, I think I recorded about 5 Fallout 3 videos, and all of them were an hour to an hour and a half in length. So that's like, and that doesn't include edited mistakes or, you know, wasting time looking for something, because I do cut out like stupid wasted times and things like that, or things that aren't necessary. So you add that time on, that's like 6-7 hours of gameplay in one day, and I don't want to spam 6 videos in a day, especially when they're that long. So that's why when they're a longer game or a longer video, I don't understand what the big deal is of putting 1 video or 2 maximum, because if I split that up into like 30-minute videos, you get a shorter experience. So instead of having that 1 full video at, you know, an hour long, you get 1 video anyway. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so if I split that 1 video that's an hour long into 2 30-minute parts, and I posted 2 videos a day, no one would complain. And they were both 30 minutes. But if I combine those 2 videos into 1 and it was an hour long, people are complaining that there's only 1 video. You see what I mean? Like, people don't correlate length of video into, you know, they don't process that. I don't understand why. So that's why I do that with these ones. If a video is like an hour and a half long, I try to only post that one. But the thing is, guys, sometimes I know I'm not going to be able to record a game for like on a Sunday or something, because that's one of my days off. So if I record a bunch on a Saturday, like for example, I recorded a bunch of stuff for Fallout on a Friday, because Saturday I had a bachelor party to go to all day. It was all day, so I lost a day of work for that. So I grinded as much as I could. And if I posted 3 videos in one day, guess what? You wouldn't get a video at all on one of the days until I recorded again. So just trust me, whenever I post a video on a certain time, just trust that I'm doing what's best for the coming days. I know what I'm doing, trust me, I've been doing this a long time. So I figured I'd just let you know that. Fallout 3 is going to be one of the series that just kind of goes on, and we're just going to play it when we can, as much as we can, as often as we can. But I'm just letting you know ahead of time, there are going to be times when there's not going to be a Fallout video. Don't panic, don't freak out, don't curse me out. I'm not the bad guy here. Just be patient, all right? It's not that big of a deal. So anyway, another thing I want to mention as well, it's been almost a week, actually it probably has been more than a week now, since I've played Dirt 4, and I wanted to talk to the people who are interested in Dirt 4. No, I have not stopped Dirt 4. I'm still going to finish Dirt 4. The only thing about Dirt 4, and I'm glad I got you guys here right now because it's the easiest way for me to mention it, now that I'm at this stage, I've found that after I've been playing Dirt for so long, and the thing is I've been playing this game for a long time, to get up to where I am now, it's taken hours and hours and hours and hours and hours to play it. But the stages I'm on right now, the events I'm on right now, I don't know why they're doing this, and I don't like it when games do this, but they give you more than they need to. Does that make sense? So like, well, look at all this gameplay you have. Yeah, but Dirt 4 is bad for the fact that what they do, they have this, in Dirt 4, instead of doing like hand-drawn courses, so to speak, you know, like each course is custom drawn. They have like an auto generator that kind of detects how long the course needs to be and, you know, the conditions and all that, and it creates turns for you. You know what I mean? So it'll create situations and things on the stage that will just kind of change the way it is. But I've noticed multiple times, say in like a 10-kilometer course, I've seen the exact same corner 4 times at one point. Like I remember this. I know I messed up the first corner. I overdid it and I almost went into the ditch. But then I was able to do it easily because I remembered it. I'm like, why do you keep giving me the same corner? Now that just prolongs things, you know? It makes things repetitive, and I hate that. So the plan is, I think I'm gonna stop doing historic rally, just because it's kind of like one for fun. It doesn't apply to the main story. Like the main ones, the big triple crown as they call it. You got rally, you've got land rush, and then you've got rally cross. Those are the big 3 that you have to finish, and I did finish all 3 of those. Historic rally is just a chance to play old school rally stuff. Basically the same thing as the other rally, but I think it's longer. Like there are, right now, for example, the event I was just about to start had 4 events, 8 stages per event, and each stage was about 10 kilometers in length. That, honestly, the previous events I did that I posted, the last video was an hour long. That one only had 2 events with 4 stages in it. Double that. Like, it's going to be that, and that's the shorter ones. That's only like the 2nd license class. Wait till we get to the 3rd and the 4th license class. The video is going to be like 10 hours long. So what I'm going to do, straight up from now on, I'm going to probably get that done this week. I'm going to do my best because it's been so long. Dirt people have been very, very patient. I appreciate that. I'm going to just jump to the Triple Crown. Now what the Triple Crown is those main 3, Rally, Land Rush, Rally Cross, across a big series of events. Now, here's the thing. The Rally one is definitely going to be the longest. 4 events, 10 stages an event. Holy hell, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. If it's not, it might be 5 events with 8 stages per event. I'm not sure, I'll have to double check it. All I can say is the first Triple Crown for Rally is going to be a long one. So that might take me a bit to create because of how long it is. That might take me a couple days to bring it together. But I'm letting you know I'm going to start Dirt 4 Rally, the Rally Triple Crown event this week. So I'm just going to let you know you should be seeing it this week. I don't want to leave you guys in the dark too much. I've been giving Fallout people a lot, and I've been busy with other stuff, so it's been really, really crazy. So it's just been harder for me to get things out as often as I'd like, so forgive me for that. But we're going to really pick things up this first week. I'm going to just like knock stuff out of the park. I'm going to get so much done. That way I can get you guys as much as you can see. And then I'll bet you anything though, once we do the rally events, the Land Rush and the Rally Cross aren't going to be as bad. They're probably going to be fairly long as well, but the way Rally is brought out, I'm pretty sure you guys can admit that the final event in my Rally one, the final race in Rally, was 10 times longer than Land Rush and Rally Cross combined. That was a long one. What was it, like almost a 4-hour video, I think. It was like 3:45, I'm not sure. It was really long, and I feel like that was just a bit too long, but people loved it. The people who watched it absolutely loved that length, and I'm like, okay, good to know. So I guarantee you're gonna get something similar for this upcoming finale kind of thing for the Triple Crown. We're gonna get that. I wanna move on from Dirt 4. I know a lot of people are loving it, but you gotta remember, it gets repetitive. And I hate it when games stretch out an ending just to like make an excuse for making the game long, but they're reusing things and there's no substance from point A to point B. Do you know what I mean? I'd rather have a much more impactful, you know, game or story, even if it's shorter. That's way better in my opinion, because then it makes you want to replay it doing other things. This one you're like, I'm done for good. You know what I mean? So that's what's going on. Starting to lose my voice here, but lots on the lineup for August. All I can say is be patient. If you don't see the game that you don't want to watch, bear with me. You got to remember there are other people on the channel who watch different things, and while you're saying where's the Fallout, someone else is saying where's Dirt. You see what I mean? There's always something going on. People don't look at it from my side, and I just ask that you do. It's not that I'm not going to give you the footage you want. You just got to remember, one person trying to please thousands. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but I do what I can at the best I can. So August, it's going to be a good one. Lots of great looking stuff coming out. I hope you guys tune in. Thank you very, very much for watching this update. Kind of droned on there. I went on a bit of a tangent, but I just wanted to let you guys know what was going on, because a lot of people ask me, but they ask me in like stages. You know, someone tweets me, another person tweets me or whatever, and now I can like talk to everybody at once, as long as they watch this video, which most people probably won't, just because. And the people who don't watch are the ones asking. It's very frustrating. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this one, be sure to hit that like button. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What series, what game you're looking forward to the most in August, that I'm covering, of course. Be sure to comment that below. If you haven't yet, be sure to like and follow my pages on social media. Those are in the description. But for those, Twitter, DanQ8000, Facebook, DanQ8000, Instagram, DanQ8K, and Snapchat, DanQ8000. Very active on there. I recommend you guys do that because it's easier for me to make announcements like this, but smaller ones. Very great way to chat with me, behind the scenes looks, pictures, media, all sorts of things that you want to see into the world of, you know, DanQ8000. I recommend you go check those out. I do respond. People are always baffled. I say this all the time, like all the time. People are always surprised that I actually reply to them. And I do. I do my best to reply to as many people as I can, but you gotta go over there to do it. YouTube is crap for that. It's a mess all the time. YouTube comments are really, really messy. So I recommend you go to social media if you want to do that. If you want to get a shirt or hoodie, there's a link to my Spreadshirt shop in the description as well. Thank you guys so much again for watching. Take it easy. Have a fantastic day. I'll be seeing you soon for more content. Plenty of content. Things are picking up now. But until then, let's hand things over to Knox Hill. Have a good one, guys.
Who's the man with the plan? If you feel trouble, wild and wild on these violent and DanQ8000. Wait a minute, hold that stylish style. Damn, goddamn Billy Jack, we still riding, tires flat. I hear them sirens, see shots flying, so we driving, fire back if they ain't vibing. Lie with that, got me dressed up in all black. What up? Hood up, and I see them haters try to run with us. They gon' need inhalers. Gotta breathe them hard just like the Vader. Players, grab your respirators. Night invaders get lightsabered. Mask on for the shooters, move like trash to bed. Intruder, got that Glock and got them woofers. Just press play, I'll keep it moving. Who is Knox Hill, you damn fools? Keep it fresh like canned food. There ain't nothing we can't do, so tune into that DanQ. Yeah. It was never, ever a game.